The Government of India is the national authority of the Republic of India, exercising power on behalf of the world's largest democracy. The formal seat of the Union Government is Parliament House in New Delhi, the center of lawmaking and democratic debate. The Constitution of India establishes three pillars of governance: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, each independent, yet interlinked. Legislative power rests with the bicameral Parliament of India, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, where laws are debated and enacted. The executive authority of the Union is vested in the President of India, currently Draupadi Murmu, who acts as head of state. The President appoints the Prime Minister, the head of government, and the Union Council of Ministers. The Cabinet forms the core decision-making body of the nation. In keeping with the Westminster system, the Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. The government survives only so long as it enjoys majority support. General elections are held every 5 years. Following elections, the President invites the leader most likely to command majority confidence to form the government. The most recent general election was held in 2024. Since 2014, the Union Government has been formed by the National Democratic Alliance, the largest coalition in the Lok Sabha. Judicial power is vested in the Supreme Court of India, the guardian of the Constitution and the final interpreter of the law. Between 1947 and 1950, India was a self-governing dominion of the Commonwealth, with a Prime Minister and a Governor-General representing the Crown. On 26 January 1950, the Constitution of India came into force, transforming India into a sovereign republic with an elected president as head of state. Rooted in constitutional values and sustained by democratic choice, the Government of India continues to evolve, serving a nation of more than 1 billion citizens. Ahimsa Sthal. Hidden amidst the greenery of Mehrauli, Delhi, lies Ahimsa Sthal, a serene Jain site dedicated to the eternal principle of non-violence. True to its name, Ahimsa Sthal embodies peace, restraint, and spiritual reflection, values central to Jain philosophy. In Jainism, Ahimsa, non-violence in thought, word, and action is the highest moral virtue and the foundation of spiritual liberation. The site is dedicated to Mahavir, the 24th and final Tirthankar of the present cosmic cycle. According to Jain belief, the universe moves through cycles of time, the descending Avsarpi, marked by declining virtue, and the ascending Utsarpi, when goodness rises again. The heart of Ahimsa Sthal is the magnificent 14-foot statue of Lord Mahavir, seated in Padmasana, the lotus posture of perfect meditation. On either side, two majestic stone lions stand guard, symbolizing strength, vigilance, and spiritual authority. The stone architecture and sculptural detailing around the statue reflect refined craftsmanship and quiet dignity. Encircled by lush greenery, Ahimsa Sthal offers not only spiritual meaning but also a rare sense of calm within the city. As visitors walk through the complex, they encounter verses and short poems, gentle reminders of Lord Mahavir's teachings on compassion, restraint, and self-discipline. Here, amidst stone and silence, Ahimsa Sthal invites every visitor to pause and to reflect on a life guided by non-violence. Ahimsa Sthal stands not merely as a monument, but as a message, timeless, tranquil, and profoundly human. Swaminarayan Akshardham Temple. On the banks of the Yamuna, near the border of Delhi and Noida, rises Swaminarayan Akshardham, a grand celebration of Hindu faith, art, and timeless wisdom. Inspired by Yogiji Maharaj and created by Pramukh Swami Maharaj, Akshardham was constructed by BAPS as a living expression of India's spiritual and cultural heritage. Akshardham was inaugurated on 6 November 2005 in the presence of national leaders including A.P.J. Abdul Kalam and Manmohan Singh. At the heart of the complex stands the Akshardham Mandir, 43 meters high, 96 meters wide, and 109 meters long, built strictly according to Vastu and Pancharatra Shastras. Crafted from Rajasthani pink sandstone and Italian Carrara marble, the mandir follows ancient Shilpa Shastras, constructed without steel or concrete, inspired by the Marugurjara style. The temple is adorned with 234 intricately carved pillars, 9 domes, and thousands of sculptures narrating stories of devotion and harmony. At the base lies the Gajendra Peeth, a powerful plinth of 148 life-sized elephants, together weighing nearly 3,000 tons. Beneath the central dome sits the 3.4-meter-high Murti of Swaminarayan in Abhyamudra, surrounded by the lineage of gurus, each crafted from the sacred Panchdhatu. The mandir also houses revered Murtis of Sita, Rama, Radha, Krishna, Shiva, Parvati, and Lakshmi Narayana. Sahajanand Darshan brings Swaminarayan's teachings to life through immersive dioramas, conveying values of non-violence, morality, family harmony, and devotion. The Neelkanth Darshan Theatre houses Delhi's first large-format screen, showcasing Neelkanth Yatra, a cinematic retelling of Swaminarayan's 7-year pilgrimage. Sanskriti Vihar takes visitors on a 12-minute boat journey through India's ancient civilization, using life-size figures and robotics. The Yagnapurush Kund, India's largest stepwell, hosts a 24-minute multimedia fountain show inspired by the Kena Upanishad. Bharat Upvan, the Garden of India, features bronze sculptures honoring contributors to India's culture, freedom, and moral strength. In 2007, Akshardham was recognized by Guinness World Records as the world's largest comprehensive Hindu temple complex of its time. Swaminarayan Akshardham is not just a monument, it is a journey through devotion, culture, and eternal values. Lotus Temple. In the heart of New Delhi stands the Lotus Temple, a Baha'i house of worship renowned worldwide for its serene beauty and lotus-inspired form. Completed in 1986, the Lotus Temple is open to all, regardless of religion, nationality, or belief, reflecting the Baha'i principle of unity of humankind. The temple was designed by Iranian architect Fariborz Sahba, who envisioned a structure inspired by the lotus, a symbol of purity, spirituality, and knowledge. Following Baha'i scripture, all houses of worship must be 9-sided and circular, a principle articulated by Abdul Baha. Here, 27 marble-clad petals form 9 sides, each opening toward the world. The foundation stone was laid in 1977 by Ruhiya Khanum, and the temple was dedicated in December 1986, a decade-long journey from vision to reality. The structure is clad in white marble from Mount Penteli in Greece, the same marble used in ancient classical monuments. Its engineering was undertaken by British firm Flint & Nail, with construction by Larsen & Toubro. At the heart lies a soaring central hall, over 34 meters high, capable of seating 1,300 people in silent prayer and reflection. Free from idols, sermons, or rituals, the space invites contemplation, where silence itself becomes a form of worship. 9 reflecting pools and lush gardens encircle the temple, enhancing its sense of calm and symbolic purity. The lotus, revered across Indian traditions, embodies unity and transcendence, making the temple both culturally rooted and universally welcoming. The Lotus Temple has received global acclaim, from architectural excellence awards to being hailed as the Taj Mahal of the 20th century. More than an architectural marvel, the Lotus Temple stands as a living symbol of harmony, where faiths converge and humanity meets in peace. A lotus of marble, blooming eternally in the spirit of unity. We hope you all liked this 17th episode of Historical Monuments of Delhi. Your friend Ravindra Kumar Gupta, RKG.